Okay, this is just going to be a quick tutorial on how to change your ID code on your ship. Basically give it a personalized number plate. So most of us probably know how to change the logo and do alterations there, ship paintwork and so forth. I'm just going to run through the actual code. So on mine here, LJJ786. It's pretty quick and simple, but you will want an XML editor for this, as you do have to edit the save game. So first step is, of course, load up your game. Doesn't matter whether you're a pilot or whether you have a NPC as a pilot. You get in there, get your code, your serial, and then save. As soon as you save, I've already pre-saved, new game, just to make it all fresh. As soon as you save, you remember the number, write it down, whatever it takes, and then we have to go and edit the save game. Now, this part is quite possibly the most critical step, as a lot of the things that you edit in your save game, if you go down that path, they have repercussions further down. So quite often, if you make a mistake and it's not automatically picked up, further down the track it can corrupt your save files, and as I've found many times before, it can kick you back, well, sometimes days, sometimes you'll have to restart again. So for me, we're looking at LJJ786. LJJ786. So I'll just pop the number in there quickly. Now, you want to find your saved location. On this computer, I have it here. Basically, it should be close to where you normally have your logos. So saved logos, this of course is the directory you create to put your logos in. So in a save, you find the file that you require. It is in a compressed format, so if you don't have compression software, you will want to get something like what I've got here, 7-zip, which allows you to either edit it inside the compressed file, or you can optionally do this. You just simply use 7-zip, you just extract the files right here. You want to delete the old compressed folder so the system doesn't get confused, and then that's it. X4 doesn't really care whether it loads a game from a compressed folder or straight out like this. The compression is great. I mean, it compresses a file down to about 10% of original size. It doesn't seem to affect the speed loading, as far as I can tell. Well, not greatly. Certainly not enough to warrant doing this all the time, but when it will go and save it, it will always save as a compressed file. So now I use a program here called XML copy editor. It's pretty good. You can use WordPad, however WordPad's not really built for XML editing as much as something like this, so it doesn't have a lot of the features that help you pick up mistakes. In this one, for example, quite a few of the mistakes you may make, mistype errors, accidental deletions, anything like that, quite often this program will pick them up. It will let you know. You'll be able to go back and you'll be able to edit them out or fix them. Now the save file, it's quite straightforward. Obviously, personal details up the top. Now, first thing we want to do is locate let me just put this in a better format so I can read. So we want to locate the number that we've been given as the identifier for our ship. So I'm just going to hit Control F for the find function. Down the bottom here, I'm just going to type in. Now I have to warn you, if you use an editor like this one, quite often the find function is progressive. So as you type, it will actually progressively search for those functions. So it tries to be intuitive, so to speak. This is good. It can be bad if you mistype though, so just be aware of this. So we want LJJ-786. Now it's come up there, gives a description. Now this here, the area that's highlighted, the code, that's what we're interested in. Now the important part here is not quite the code, but it's more ensuring that whatever you change it to isn't a duplicate or something that's already in here. Now I will change mine to this, so I'll just do fire 001. Now this can actually be quite handy. It's something I have used in the past when I've done modding. It's a great way to label your ships as identifying marks in game to basically let you know where they are and what they're doing. So if you've got ships that are attached to a particular station and their job is to trade goods for that station, buy and sell, then quite often it can be handy to have them labeled in such a fashion. Have them labeled from 1 through to 10, 1 through to 50, depending how many you've got. Trading included. Now we want to go back into our editor. So the first thing I want to do is ensure there is not another code in there identical to what I'm doing. So we want to put in FYR. Already I found FYRs. Now the codes aren't just used for ships, they're used for computer AIs, they're used for NPCs, they're used for a whole range of things. So you have to be very careful with this. -001. So as you can see, there was an FYR-009 already there. So it is possible the number that you have chosen may already be there. Now, if you really desperately want that number, there is absolutely nothing stopping you from then recording this number, for example, and then finding a way to substitute this number for some random crap number you really don't care about. Now in this case, FYR-001 is free, so I don't have to worry about that. But if this particular ship had it, or player, or in this case it's an NPC, manager of a station by the looks of it, I would have to change that to another code that wasn't already in existence so that I could then use it on mine. So currently we're safe. So I'm now gonna go back to LJJ-786. Now from here it's just straightforward. You just want to highlight the area inside the quotation marks and retype FYR-001. Now when it's actually finished, and when you're looking at it, this can be quite difficult to actually read this particular font size. I'll see if I can increase font size. It's not something I usually do, so I'll give this one a quick go. No, that's okay. So the actual code we're looking for, it comes up like this. So it'll basically show up as code equals open quotation and then close quotation. Now this part in the middle here is the part we're actually changing. So this here would end up becoming this. So basically you would simply get in, you would delete that LJJ-786, replace it with the FYR-001, and it's that easy. Now from there, you need to ensure you save. It will take a few moments to save. These save files are quite huge. Okay, once that is done, I'll pop back into the game. load. Now if all goes well and we haven't made any mistakes, we should load straight back into where we left off and have the adjusted code for the ship. So bear with me as it goes through this process. I imagine some of you guys out there probably have faster computers. Unfortunately, I'm running a rather older one here for this streaming process. An old i7 with a GTX 980. I said, I get some amazing frames. It's X4. The guys at EgoSoft did a pretty good job integrating that new Vulkan engine in. It really produces some fantastic graphics without putting so much stress on your system. I mean, just having a look at my system now, it's only pushing 16% CPU, barely 10% of my GPU. Once it hits its peak, it changes. Normally I get, well, with the new patch it's changed a little, but regularly I'd get about maybe about 50 odd percent CPU, maybe as low as about 28 sometimes. Okay, so we're back in game. Now, if all has gone well, we're changed, and there it is. So it's that quick and easy. I'm now Fire 001. So I hope this helps you guys. I'll probably try and produce some more as I move through and work out some of the modding techniques that are possible for X4. Unfortunately, I got crippled pretty early on, and I have not found an effective way around doing one of the tutorial missions. So I was unable to build my primary headquarters. I can still build stations. Hell, I can edit them into the game, but it's just not the same. You know, you want to feel that sense of achievement when you've got your first station, you've made that money through trading or fighting. Anyway, that's done. Thanks for watching. If you liked this and it helped you in some fashion, please hit the like or subscribe. If you're part of the stream, again, a follow or a tick would be fantastic.